Okay, I think I'm here. Hello, hello, everybody. This is the midnight shift. Woohoo! Checking in on the midnight shift. This is still a streamathon that's been put on for by Miriam Wolf and Raoul Winners, Raoul, and they have organized this streamathon to be all week long, and it's been great so far. We've hit Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, getting ready to start the Wednesday morning, and this is going to be a live video chat show for adults because we use sharp things like scissors and needles and dangerous electrical items. And it's also going to be a live chat show where we interact with the chat room. And I'm so excited to see all these people already pouring into the room. Everybody is just chomping at the bit to get in here. I am going to have a guest with me tonight, guys. Barbara Clark has volunteered to come in with me for a little bit, and she can stay all she wants. I'm planning on streaming from now till 3 a.m. And we are going to finally get to paint this little girl. The theme for Tuesday was paper dolls and such. And we did such fun things a few hours ago. And we made these paper dolls, and they turned out so cute. They turned out so cute. I love them. And so we're going to do this same background technique, which is something that I made up. I made up. But my inspiration was this little card that I have, and it's a homemade card. Somebody made it, and it's been reproduced, and it I found it at a gift shop. So, but it's well, the theme for Tuesday was jelly printing and dolls. And so we did the dolls, and we used the jelly prints on the dolls. On this doll has a jelly print on it. So anyway, we've had fun with the dolls. So the theme for Wednesday, which is what we're getting ready to get into, is anything drawing. You can do cartoons, you can do comic, you can any style of drawing that you have. And this is going to be our drawing for today and for tonight, and at least for the first part of the night. And we're going to sketch her out and draw her and paint her. And so that's what we're going to do. And so far, for starters, Now, I haven't decided what else I'm going to do. I haven't got that far, but I will probably end up showing you a book or two of mine tonight of some of my paintings that I've done in the past. And I've been showing something different every day. I've been doing something different. And one of the other drawings I want to do is called grid journaling. And grid journaling is something that Barbara Clark can talk about and will be able to share with you how to do a grid journaling technique. And it's a type of drawing and it's a type of artwork. And Barbara knows the history of it better than I do. I can explain it, but I'll wait for her to get in here and she can talk about grid journaling. A grid is a format of uh, objects, squares, rectangles, stencils, uh, any kind of a grid. A grid is shapes and stuff. And then there's a method on how you decorate each of these shapes when you do the grid journaling. And we're going to do that tonight as well. I'm going to do that tonight too, because I promised that yesterday and I didn't get to do it. So lots of things to do, and like I said, I really love this guy. This page. I varnished it, and it feels so good. And I am going to get to put the date on it, and I will put Tuesday's date on it. So how have you all been, Margaret and Linda and Joyce? And Raul is here. Yay, Raul. How are you holding out, son? Mister, Mister, how are you holding out? As I say hello to everybody, there's crafting on a budget, and I think that might be Maya. Is that correct? Maya is crafting on a budget. She was just on about a half hour or so ago, and and she showed us a book that she made just for lace, and it was so cute. Highly recommend you go and watch that. That was such a good idea, and I could really use that in my craft room. I could really use it. It was a really good book to have. And um, so let's see. Margaret, Raoul, Linda, Roll. There's Angel Rose Designs, and that's Vanessa. We got Kata. Good evening, Kata. I talked to her the other day on Messenger. We talked, and can't remember what we talked about, but we talked. Then there's Geht, and that is Mr. Peter, and he is from Germany, guys. And he is a crafter. He's a very good crafter. He has shown me some of his pictures that he crafted. Is this Happy Mail? Okay. Okay. So anyway, I I'm excited. I'm excited, and I'm watching for Barbara to come. And let's see. I was reading the chat and see. There's Angie. Angie, how are you? Come in. And then there's Kitty Jen. Good to see you. I talked to Kitty Jen, and we've touched bases. And she's already drawn this girl, and she's going to put the words on the thing. It says she is learning to let go of perfect and be comfortable with good enough, is the caption on this. And let's see, there's Joyce and anybody else who I'm going down the list. Margaret, Joyce, Sharon Reinheimer's here. Hi. Yes, I'm going to be a night owl tonight. I am a night owl. And I think that's everybody so far. that I've met. So there's 15 of you already in the room. Can you believe it? So I'm just kind of waiting on Barbara, and she might not be here to 12, and that's fine. I told her I was going on at 11:30, so I can get on my announcements out of the way. So this midsummer streamathon is going on to the week. We're not going to finish till we get to the end of this calendar over here. So we are at this point, almost at this point. It hasn't turned midnight yet, but it's going to. And so this is where we are on the calendar. And then after today, I get to sleep all day today. I get to watch videos all day. And then tomorrow night, on Wednesday night, going into Thursday, I'm going to start streaming at night again, just this time in 24 hours. And then Thursday evening at 6 o'clock, I'm going to stream my regular stream time, but it's on the marathon stream. So I'm doing a twofer, you know. And I had a good turnout last night on my streamathon, on my regular stream time. I did real good. And then I'm going to do another midnight, and then I'm going to do another midnight, the last midnight, and then at 6 o'clock Saturday, I'm going to stream again. And then sometime during the evening, I think it's going to be 10-ish, 10 or 10:30. I think it's going to be the closing of all of the streams. And they are Miriam and probably Raul will be there, and they're going to do a stream. And then I think she said she was going to invite anybody who has streamed to come on with her to do a closing. This is a special closing, and we're going to look at all of the highlights of the week, and all of the fun things, maybe show off a few things that we've made, and just, it's just going to be a closing. And so it's going to be a farewell, but it's not going to be a sad day, because we have made so many new friends, and we have subscribed to everybody, and hopefully you guys will you will have some more people to watch, different people, new content with new different kind of art, and you all are going to find some really good things about all of this. And then on that note, the newest people who have been streaming, they're going to be more comfortable with streaming. And then when we do the next marathon, they're going to be the experience, and they're going to bring in their new people, and then their new people, and you see how the chain reaction goes. So it's been a good event. It's been a very good event, and there's people in our rooms from all over the world. Raul, he's in Spain. We've got Peter in Germany, and we've got Canada, people in Canada here, and we have people all over the United States. And I'm in Florida. I'm way down in the southern end, in Florida. And so it's humbling to me to know that we have friends so far away, and aren't we the lucky ones to be able to have this technology to see each other and spend time with each other. The technology to me is mind blowing, absolutely mind blowing. We are so blessed that. Uh, uh, oh, Angie said, "Don't apologize. That's right. You had your festival. So how? That's right. I remember Angie. She did have a funeral last week, but she was talking about last night. She had a town festival, and you were talking about some things that you were selling, and I'm interested in knowing, how did your sales go, and did they work out?" So thank you, Peter. He says, thumbs up, everybody. I do. I want everybody to hit their thumbs up for me. And I would also like, if you can go back after the video has uploaded or the other videos that I've already uploaded, if you could go back and leave a comment on some of those videos for me, I would appreciate a comment to increase my algorithms. And thank you. Thank you, Raul. I think I got it down, Pat. We're halfway through, so we should know a little bit about it. Oh, great, Angie. And you had a good time. Well, that's the most important part. And the $21 will help you buy some more supplies to make some more art. Way to go. Way to go. That's awesome. Uh, that's wonderful. So, but yeah, so supporting each other and building each other up is what I'm all about. I'm not for the drama. I am not for the downers. I want the positive, and I think everybody in the chat room would agree. Would agree. So, but a little, most of you know me, but there is one or two here that might not know uh, that I have been streaming for 5 years. I just recently reached 1,000 subscribers, and with this marathon that we're having, I'm way over. I'm about. I think I've gained about 10 subscribers doing this marathon, so it's been a blessing to me. And I'm in the middle of trying to be monetized, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I've tried to. Uh, I filled out a couple of things and clicked on a couple of things. So now I think they have to approve me. So it's a matter of them getting back to me, and then I'll be monetized. And from my understanding, there will be a commercial, and I'm going to put it now. If anybody does this, let me know if it's kind of like one of the better choices. But instead of having commercials throughout my stream, I'm just going to have one commercial when people come in, and then it's over with. And hi, Angel. Good to meet you. Linda, it's good to see you. And uh, but anyway, it's my understanding that I will earn a little bit, pennies at a time. And once I reach $100, they will cut me a check. And I've decided I have had to cut back on my postage this year, this past couple of months, because postage is just, they're just being mean to us. I don't understand why it's costing us so much money. If it weren't for the crafting department and the Happy Mail that we send out, I think the postal service would be really in trouble. Oh, Raul says I will get a code when you get approved, and then you get monetized in 3 months. In 3 months in the first year. I also streamed every day in the past and the first year. Okay, I'm not real sure about that, but I'll eventually get it. It's nothing that I have to have, or it's not an emergency. So I'll get it. I'll get it in my own time. And Angel's crafty. Okay, Angel. Um, so so anyway, it's just something new, and I'm going to have to read up on it. And also, I think once I get my code, I think every time I stream, I have to click something every time before I come on, so that it'll start monitoring and counting. So it counts. So it counts. But anyway, I'm not. I'll get it eventually. But anyway, that's what I'm going to do tonight, and that's the stream. So if anybody has any questions, Raul is the man that you need to contact, or Miriam. And if anybody is interested in streaming, um, then you need to maybe contact them, Miriam or Raul, or read up on it, Google it. YouTube's got a ton of videos, and you can learn about it and find out what it takes to string, and it's fun for me. Um, it's it's I don't know. I've always been a crafty person all my life, but I've never had any lessons. The only lesson I have ever had is that I had a wonderful leader in my life, my mother, who was an art teacher. And I watched her do it. I watched her make posters. I watched her cut paper out, cut letters out, glue and draw and use different tools. I've watched her make stuff all my life. So I had a wonderful teacher, art teacher firsthand. And so uh, I learn by watching YouTube videos when I want to see something or do something, and then I get into the room and I start using a magazine and a pair of scissors and some glue and a marker, and off I go, and it just pours out of my head, and I've got an imagination. So that's one great thing that my mother gave me as well, was an imagination, and I can make things up and use little stuff around that I have on hand, and it's a wonderful gift. So anyway, I am still waiting on Barbara, but this was something that I did Sunday morning, and I was on Kim Polton's channel, and she's been streaming all week, and she had us do a page on texture. Everything was texture, so everything on here is a touchy feely thing, and this was a texture page. And I'm not going to go through all of the different textures that are on here, but I can tell you, you can go to Kim's channel and you can look for Sundays. It's a group of girls that we stream, and we do the same thing. And this last Sunday was the subject was texture. So go look that up. And then when we started the marathon, I did this little feller, and he is our marathon mascot. And if you look at some of the icons, there's another picture of this that Miriam did. Miriam did him first, and then I said, I'm going to do the seal. And we named it Cecile. Cecilia. And so we had fun painting him, and there's lots of texture on here. I used anything I can find in my art room to do it, and had a lot of fun doing that. And that was on the 12th. And then also on the 12th, we did we did a pig. We painted a pig, and he was just emailed to me as a suggestion to paint, and we painted him. So, and then later on tonight I'll get another book out that I have that will show some of my other photos, pictures of paintings that I have done in the past. And it's kind of like one of my good things that I can do. And I started out, back in 2019, and I wasn't this good. I wasn't this good, and now I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to do anything. Oh, he's non-binary, so he can be Cecile or Cecilia. Okay, that is fun. There's Barbara. So let me click her in. Yay! 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 And welcome.
Hello,
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right. Well, come in, come in.
Me?
So I've been telling everybody all about the streamathon and everything that I've been doing all week. Have you streamed on the streamathon yet?
No, no.
Okay.
This is
So
my first
great. One of the after we paint our little girl, we're going to draw and paint her. Um, we're also, if you, depending on how long you could get to stay, it's totally up to you. But I'm going to have you introduce the chat room to grid journaling
Oh, sure.
and explain how it starts out with the blank grids, and then you build up on the grids to make
Sure.
the pictures. And
Sure.
this is my grid journaling book, and
Hi,
I love
Mia. Glad to meet you.
it, and I love the grid journaling. So I don't know if I'm doing it all right or all wrong, but
Hi,
here's
Lindy
one that
friends.
this one here that I did. It's all
Hi, Andy.
stickers.
All these people are saying hi to me. I'm
I
just
know it. They love
smiling.
you.
Hi, Raul. Thank you for organizing us.
Yes, and they've done a wonderful job. They've outstanding. So, but on this grid here, these are all stickers. Can you believe it? I've had every little tiny square sticker that ever had off of a mailing envelope or those return labels that you get. You can cut the pictures off of them and use the pictures on the stickers. But anyway, I wanted you. I thought I knew you know the history of how it got started. The lady that invented the grid journaling.
I don't know if she actually invented it, but Kelly, is that her name? I have to do a little light research to
But
remember her name.
but the idea was to do something on each piece, and then you go back and do something on each piece again. And they're kind of like prompts, and you do prompts on each one, and it doesn't have to be in the exact same place.
Well, one of the cool things about it is that it's a little bit like journaling by fives, also.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes.
So I'm looking, this might be the first one I did.
And then I was watching Lisa. Yes, yes. And Lisa started doing overlapping some of the grids.
Right.
And that's where all of these came from her. That's all her fault.
I haven't
And
ever done the overlapping. Now, what book did I put them in? That's what I
and
want.
then I have been doing a little bit of the neurological journaling with the same sort of the same thing with the overlapping grids, and I did neurological in them. And I still want to paint and do some painting in this.
I can't
But
find my
this
43
this just
journal.
my eyes love this. My eyes love it. And I used to have one that I thought I did this before again. This is like the second one I've done. And that's the fun part about these. You can do them over and over again. Here it is. Here it is. So that's what this is going to it's going to be different. This is going to be different than this, but I just love it.
I love neurographic stuff too.
And I need to doodle some more in here. I doodled on the black space, and now I need to doodle in these little places. And these have the seven, the rainbow. It's the seven R Roy G. Biv in each one of these. And I've rotated them around where none of the collars touch the same collar. They don't touch the same collar. They have. It worked out. It just worked out that way. But
All
I
right,
was
I'm going to switch my camera if I can figure
okay.
out where the camera switch thing is.
Okay.
Oh, settings.
But, but we can do this after we paint the little girl. So
I'm going to let
um,
you paint the little girl. If you want me to do grid journaling or I was going to do something else, I can show you what I was thinking of doing.
yes, you may.
Whatever. Let me get my other camera rolling here. Allow it. I have to allow it. There we go. Then I'm going to have to. My desk is a mess because I wasn't planning to come on, of course. So I'm going to scoot
You've
in
got a
here.
little bit of static in your mic or in your maybe it's my speaker, but I
I do.
wasn't
Am I cutting out?
I've got my speaker is acting up. Do you hear that?
No. Mm-mm.
I'll check my speaker here.
So this was my very first one, and it was Kelly Wynn. Kelly, Wynne, Color Crush Creative. She's actually got a new series of grid journaling on YouTube right now, so y'all can do a search for her. And it's just fun. It's like journaling by fives because you start with, a page full of blank squares, and then you just put something in each one. And the way she started was with something that was water soluble, so this black underneath is a big fat, like a Stabilo all pencil or a woody marker or something like that, or watercolor black. Um, so the first step is putting something in the bag and then brushing it over with water. And then you add, and the next level you add something to that. You add paint to it, or you add, there's one layer here where you add collage to it. Or here's where I added some paint to it, and this was the top collage piece. So it's just, you just add something, maybe not to all of them, maybe to all of them, just however you feel like it. It's a great process. I like it like I like journaling by fives. This was the second one I did. And it had dimension stuff on it. And mini stuff. Are you still here? Did we? Am I here by myself? Did Beth go away?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Oh, now I can. It seemed like you went away.
I was in the background. I made you big,
Oh,
and
okay.
my speaker is very static when you talk.
Oh, gee. Let me try changing microphones. Hold on.
Yeah, there's a repeat. The static is gone now.
You feel static?
No, it's perfect now.
Okay, I switched to my Mac
Okay.
microphone.
That must have been the problem. It wasn't compatible. But that's much better. You sound
Okay.
great.
Okay,
I
good.
made you big.
Oh, okay. But then it cuts out your audio when you make me big. So, hi, Vanessa. It's nice to be here.
Okay, well, I'll just leave us there. I'm gonna do my background while you talk
Okay.
about that. That's wonderful. I'm
Well,
glad.
I'll keep taking you on a tour of these then if she's going to do a background, and then we can catch up with what you're doing.
Yeah, that's fine. Uh huh.
So I kind of got excited about this back in 23 in when I found Kelly Crush Creative. Kelly Wynn at Color Crush Creative. She has a little mini grid journal course that's free. And then I just played with different sizes. And these are some collage things from Jelly Prints. And I kept thinking I was going to add more to it. And then I just never wanted to add anything more to it. So I just stopped. This was actually not a grid journaling. It was one where you take a magazine and pop out little blocks of color and then try to match them. Let's see what else I've got in here. If I've got more grid journaling in my journal here. I do Zentangle, so this is not grid journaling either. So I did some in black also.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, I did some in black. They're kind of fun. And then I think I did one more. Yeah, I did one more. I've done, this is the most recent one I did. I did it just in July. Decided to do circles. I was in the mood for circles. Anyhow, so I'll tell you what I have been working on for the last week or so. And that is this thing. I learned this on gosh, over last weekend. A woman named Peggy Dean. Does anybody know her? Um, the pigeon letters. She put on this 5 day, 6 day, 5 day thing where there were workshops every day. And there were a whole bunch of artists from all over the world. And there were at least 300 people at each one of the presentations.
Wow.
So this is from a woman named Lisa Young. It's spelled Leaca. Lisa Young Art. And the workshop was called The Pocket Full of Posies. And it's this
Oh,
single folded pocket that comes up with 3 pockets. And I just kind of fell in love with that. I made a couple of them, and I've made already sent them out for birthday cards because I figured out you can open it like this and write your message for your birthday here and put glue here. So there's a little inside pocket, and then glue here. Because see, this is a folded edge. Glue here, so you've got a pocket, and this is folded. So glue here on this edge. So you've got a pocket in the front and a pocket in the back. And you can write your note. So anyway, I have fallen in love with this. And the posies that you put in it are just these little scraps of stuff that you make.
well, that is really cute.
Aren't those fun? So I've been
Yep.
making things to put, and I've already sent off most of what I've made. So that was next on my list for what I needed to get done on my desk. Is it okay if I do that, or do you want me
It
to do?
is.
Oh,
It's
good.
perfect.
Oh,
It
good.
is perfect.
Well, good. Then I'll play with those and make me some more leaves and flowers because I'm out of flowers. I just have one little. And see, I made these leaves. They're too small. That's my first tip.
They
Making
remind me of what Kim does.
exactly. And I was so excited to see Kim. Was that this morning?
Yep.
Oh God, her little tiny posies.
We call them Kim bits.
Kim bit. Oh my
Kim
God.
Kim cannot throw away a scrap.
Well, I tell
She
you
has to.
what,
She
they're
puts it
gorgeous.
in a bucket and then she goes and goes until there's absolutely nothing left. She really
Well,
does.
and then this. Have y'all been doing this week since Shannon Green was doing these in magazines? I've put
No,
most of
I
them.
don't know.
No,
Oh, making ephemera out of magazines.
making these little flowers or leaves in
Oh,
in
I don't
magazines.
know that I've seen her do that. I'll have to check that
Oh,
out. It seems to me I've seen somebody do something, but I don't remember how or where I saw it at. But
it's really a lot. You just go to the color pages on magazines and you just draw your little designy
and
flowers
yeah, yeah,
and you border them with white
and just doodle and
let
cross
them,
stitch it.
let them right out.
Well, that sounds cool, really.
That's cute. So I've been
Really
making,
using the magazines up. You're talking about using all your
yeah,
after you harvest a magazine, you can continue to harvest your magazine.
yeah, Kimbits.
Yeah, Kim is famous for her Kim bits.
Well, yeah, you can make your own washi tape. I do make my own washi tape with everything on my desk.
Oh, Teresa says Miriam is the one who showed us. Yes, I think it was.
This this is a piece of a jelly print that was a total fail, and I've been cutting it up as washi tape, and it makes the best washi tape with just little flecks of black on it. Ooh, there's a little skunk outside or a raccoon talking. I bet y'all can't hear that. Anyway, that's what I have been totally addicted to. Check that out.
Okay.
Cute. I mean, really. Who cannot fall in love with a piece like that? Hey, Teresa. Good to see you, dear. Yeah, I just thought it'd be fun to come on with Beth, and she said it would too. So hey, here I am. It's 9 o'clock here. Well, it's a lot later for
Okay. Perfect.
yeah.
All right. So that's our little floor going on there. I got my floor. I did better this time than I did the last time. I'm improving.
Okay, get myself organized. Oh, Teresa, thank you. Let me give myself more light here because I was going to draw some flowers. Get my little cheat sheet book. Uh, I had little critters squeaking outside my house.
I hear a squeak.
That's a critter being upset with another critter. I hope it's not a skunk being upset in only the way they can.
Hopefully it's not a it might be a baby.
I don't
You got
know.
your window open.
Angie, take care. Good to see you, Angie.
Good night, Angie. You got your window open.
Yeah. All right, we're going to do this. We're going to do this.
Teresa, it didn't sound that vicious. It's not a rat. Well, it could be a rat. Could be some mice. Somebody. A possum. We have
Could be a
possums
raccoon.
and raccoons and armadillos and lots of birds. We got tree frogs. We've got a lot of wildlife down here. We had turkeys in the yard the other day. Joe got a picture of a herd of turkeys, and they were big enough to eat.
Oh,
I know, but I don't know if when hunting season is down here. I have no idea. We have wild boars in our area, and we have peacocks and deer, and we have the Florida panther, native to our area.
do you have a panther that you've seen?
Um, only on Facebook. Someone took a picture of one down not too far from where I live.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. They're making a comeback. Uh, they've been on the endangered list for a while, a long time, but they're making a comeback. And then I found an article. It was so funny. I've just found out that the panther is one of my spirit animals. And then
Ah,
I found this in a magazine for August in Garden and Gun. It's a Garden and Gun magazine. It's a really nice magazine. The guns are all related to hunting, and you might see an ad for an ammunition, but it's you see the hunter and the hunting dog pictures, and then they talk about the big cat comeback in the Florida Panther, and uh, and they're pretty big. They're pretty big. Um, and so I saved the article. I haven't read it yet, but it's I think it's down south a little bit further. And but we do have a lot of ecosystems. Um, several we have several ecosystems in Florida. The center of Florida is the highest point. It kind of goes up in the middle, and that's like where the highest points are in Florida, and that's a different ecosystem than the shoreline. It's very interesting to
yeah, it would
it,
be.
it's very interesting. I enjoy reading about things like that. But I saved the panther. So, all right, I'm going to put the lid back on the pink. We're doing great. This is working out great. So, Kitty Jen said she saw three coyotes running around town here where she lives. She lives out in
Oh,
California. She's in California with you.
where are you in California, Jen?
Do you know where Eureka is, Jennifer?
Brian asked, "Do I have a spirit animal?" Possum Patty.
Wild
Oh,
turkey
I
are
do.
kind of
It's a
gamey.
sea turtle. It's a sea turtle, Brian, would be my spirit
Oh,
animal.
depending. I also had a sea turtle in one of my choices of painting tonight.
Really? I love sea
Depending on
turtles.
what I get to. But here's a sea turtle. It's a postcard of Flagler Beach, which is a beach just up from me about an hour, and we've been on vacation at that beach a couple times. But there's a sea turtle. It's in one of my wish list. Oh, Raul says it's looking like watermelon candy over here.
Yes, it is.
It does. It looks like it's sweet, doesn't it?
Okay, let's see. What do we want to do? I'm still hearing it.
Is there a bush or a nest out there, you think?
No, that we have a bird feeder out there, so all the
Oh,
bird
it's
seed
feeding.
falls down to the ground, and then
That's what it is.
the night critters come and feed at night.
Well, good for them.
I know, got to eat something.
Gotta eat.
Got to eat. A skunkie's got to eat. People have been seeing rabid skunks in the area though in the daytime, so that's a little concerning.
Some of the animals wanting to eat the rabbits, like that, kind of worrisome.
Yeah. Well, the
But they,
rabid, no, the rabid, rabid, rabid skunk.
oh,
Yeah.
That's good.
Beth's drawing looks like her baby blanket.
It's looking like something, isn't it? I used the same colors in the first one, but this one's I'm doing a little different. Just a little different. But I think I've got enough separation. I can do the orange on all of these colors. I'm doing good.
Sure.
But did Raul? Did you put Barbara Clark's link in for us if you haven't already? And we'll get some people to subscribe to her. She does a lot of uploads.
I don't do a lot. I do.
Well, but you do have a lot in your files,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I do. I have a whole bunch on there,
and
don't I?
It's a treat to see you when you do come out. It's a
Oops,
treat.
Beth is spinning around. I'm spinning. That means I'm losing it.
And she likes to stream with Teresa Conway. I
Thanks,
mean
Angel.
Lisa Conway.
Lisa Conway, yeah. Lisa and I'll stream together, and um, yeah, she's mostly
So
the person I stream with right now.
and I love Lisa and Tanya. And Tanya streams on Sundays, and she's fun. I started out with Tanya and Lisa and Mary and Dee Dee and Barbara and Cat Hand. Those were my fault. That's who I followed. They're the people who have learned from. It's been good.
You've learned because you've been on 3 times a week working at it, Beth.
Well, I have. I've really earned. I've earned my learning.
Yeah, you have. I'll say.
I you know it's like I said. I told them earlier. I've never had any lessons. I don't know why I never took any art classes. Have no idea. And but my mother was a teacher, an art teacher, and I watched her. She was the master of them all.
Well, yeah.
I couldn't have had a better master. And but she didn't have us sitting down drawing, doing things like this. But she was doing different things, and her thing was they had bulletin boards at school in the hallways, and the teachers had divided up how many who did what month.
All
and
right.
and they took turns doing the bulletin board, and if it wasn't one girl, it was three or four teachers saying, to my mom, Mrs. Jackson, will you please help me do my bulletin board? So my mom was a expert at it, and she just knew how to create. And I got my creativity from her, no doubt about it. And you just go with the flow and work with what you have, and you create something. But and then she started doing the bulletin boards at church, and then she started helping with Vacation Bible School. They always have to have some kind of a prop or props in their rooms for the subjects. And then you know if it wasn't that, it was the fairs at the fair, and she was real big with silhouettes, and she always had her silhouettes of her kids every year. Everybody got a silhouette to take home of their child of
Cool.
her class, and I do the same thing. But I used to do some volunteering at the nursing home, and I did crafts in the back with whoever wanted to do crafts. And then I took the same projector to the nursing home and I started doing the silhouettes in the craft room, whoever came back to the craft room. Well, the nurses started walking by and they started saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" The next thing I knew, they were bringing everybody out of their rooms to come get their silhouette done. And then I took them all home and I cut them all out, and there was a couple of people that had like flat tops and cowlicks, and you just knew how to cut it out, and you could tell who the person is. And I would let them take their silhouettes and put it in the room, and a lot of them put them on the back of the door. Well, the nurses went in all the rooms and stole them all and put
Oh,
them all in the front hallway and said, "Guess who?" And they had a game. So
oh, how
everybody had to
fun.
guess who was who.
How
Oh,
fun.
my camera's doing something crazy. Anyway, it was, and then the kitchen people came out, and I did theirs, and then I did the front office, and I did the manager's office. I did everybody's silhouette. It was so fun, and it was just it it took off by itself. I didn't do anything except have a light and a pencil and some black paper. I didn't do a thing,
Uh,
but it was a memorable tale, that's for sure. Very memorable. Wow. I got some foreign stamps here. I don't know what they are. I can't read it. So, but I did a lot of crafts at the nursing home, and I very rarely did anything doubled, except for the beads. They love beads. Oh my goodness.
uh,
And even the guys, they would like the beads. And I said, "Well, you don't have to wear this, but you could give it to your nurse." And so they did. They would make them. They would make the bracelets and then make them give them to the nurses. So I thought that was really cool, and it made them feel so good to be able to give back because they're in a nursing home and they don't have any money and they don't know what to give people, and this was a perfect opportunity to give,
oh,
and they enjoyed giving back.
mm,
They really did. And then I'd take their pictures, and I had a bulletin board, just a cork board, and I'd put their pictures on the next time I go by, and then they could take the pictures if they wanted them, and they did. Some of the people wanted their pictures. It was cute. It brought a lot of joy to a lot of people. And Abby is a therapy dog, so she was trained, and I could leave her. I could actually leave her with somebody if I knew who it was and I trusted him. And there was only one or two that I would do that with because I was very protective of my dog. And so that was rewarding that Abby got to work. But I can leave her with somebody. And this one lady, she says, "I'm just going to lay down for a half hour," and I said, "Okay." And Abby would lay there with her.
aw, how
and uh,
sweet.
and of course all she wanted to do was hug her, and that's it. So Abby was a cuddler, and Abby, I still have Abby. She's 16 now,
Oh
and
God.
she's got cataract. She can't see too well in the dark, so she doesn't like to go out at night. So you have to go out with her with a flashlight so she can see where to go. And that has to be scary, uh, to go in a pitch black yard and you can't see or run away from anything.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be scary. and sometimes she can't hear me come up behind her. So I try to make noise, or I just barely touch her tail with my toe so she's not startled. And because it's um, I don't want to scare her. So anyway, I'm using old stamps to put on some of this. It reminds me of a jester. Isn't that a jester? Uh,
Yeah,
Look,
pattern of
we're going to
diamond.
leave the center for the girl I'm going to paint.
Okay, we're gonna try
And I'm
this.
going to be putting oh, some more paint on top of this. Okay, I think that'll work. So let's see what the chat's going on. Now, Raul is an artist and he does beautiful work. And if you haven't seen, go to his channel, put your link in, Raul, for everyone to see you, please. Please. Hi, Dana. Dana's on vacation.
Ooh,
Yeah, she's down at Vero Beach,
ooh.
which is about, I don't know, 2 hours from me, maybe, south. And Dana only lives a couple hours from me anyway. And she comes over to Daytona Beach sometimes with her husband. And when she does, she comes and sees me and helps
Nice.
me out.
Oh,
she,
cool.
she's helped me out. I've been destashing all summer, and
Ooh.
it's so hard. It is just so hard. And I just, I do my best. That's all I can say. I just do my best. And I don't sell, but I've been giving away my art supplies, but I'm asking for shipping. But you get all the crafts are free, and so I've been destashing, and you get the medium size. Uh, if it fits, it ships. Is is the
If it,
box that I'm using, and it doesn't matter how heavy it is. If it fits, it ships. So I've been putting material and paper and heavy stuff in it, and books, and it's so far I think it's been working out okay. And everybody gets to pick out what they want, so they're happy with their box. It's not a surprise, and
oh, that's neat.
if there's any room whatsoever, I fill it up. I I stuff something else in it. It's anything I can find to put in it. I stuff, and I really kind of had fun doing it too. But it's a job, especially when I had to take 10 boxes to the post office. But Joe helped me, and he has had one of those, those grocery carts on wheels, and we just put the boxes in that and wheeled them in the post office, and just boom, boom, boom. As long as I had the right address on it, I think I had to bring one back home to fix the address on it, but the rest went through, and as far as I know, everybody got their box. But it's tracked when you use
Right,
their
right.
box, so it was pretty guaranteed it was going to get there, and that was good. That was a good thing. Okay, there's my stamps. So the next step is going to be the brown, And is this the lightest? Yeah, this is the lightest.
I
This
think
is
me doing this late at night is I'm not being very careful.
Are you getting sloppy?
I'm totally sloppy. Totally sloppy.
Totally. Well, maybe it's time to switch out and do something else
Well, if
for
I
a
get some
while.
good designs down here, then I can start coloring on them. That's the fun part, of course.
Yeah, I can see where uh, you could probably draw better in the morning and at night. I can sort of relate to that.
I mean, I even did have a nap.
Yeah. Well, once I get in here and get going, I go nuts, and I just it's like I feed off of the energy that it gives me.
Yeah,
And
yeah. Flowers, birds, and butterflies, but something Victorian. So, do you draw things Victorian, Mia, or do you find them places? She draws things that are trending. She'll draw the Lion King new movie trailer.
oh
Ooh,
my, that's
but
neat.
in your style. Oh, cool. One of the things I did in this workshop I took last weekend, they had a whole bunch of Procreate stuff, and
And what is that?
I really want to start working with Procreate. It's a program you get on an iPad
Oh, where you draw?
where you draw,
Uh huh.
and
I
people
think
really do.
Miriam's got that. She does things on the computer all the time and draws.
It's fun.
And I think Allie Kay does it
Okay.
in our groups. And who was that? Who was somebody else I saw did it, and they were excited for what they made.
I
They
know.
thought it was cool.
I know. It's just kind of fun.
Okay, I'm gonna dry this.
Okay.
Oh, Raul said he is self-taught artist and started back in 18 when he was doing his chemo, and he started with a mandala, a zentangle, and a rock painting, and
Oh,
that was the beginning.
I love Zentangles and mandalas. It's my jam.
Okay, Let that dry the rest of the way. And uh, Miriam's gotten up. She's up.
Hi, Miriam. Miriam, I got on.
Look who I have.
Look who Beth snagged.
Actually, you volunteered, but I
I
did send an invitation out to everybody. I don't know if you heard it or not, but
No, I didn't hear it. You're
somebody
always
sent me
sending
some
out.
balloons. How did you all do that? Did you see him?
I did. I think that was Miriam.
Did she put balloons up?
I think she's
That
putting
Miriam,
balloons.
she is she is techie as all get out.
I don't know how you put balloons up, but that's fun.
I've done the hearts. I've done hearts before, but I don't know how it works on a double screen. There, I've done hearts, and I've done the smiley faces, and then the hats, and then the surprise, and then the 100%, the score. That's all I know how to do. Okay, I've just got 2 or 3 damp spots, and I've got to put white on it next.
I don't know why. I just love these little drawings that have the heavy black lines and then the white on top.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I just love them.
And I love the text on the background. The type of text,
That
the
package of paper that
different kinds of texts.
Lisa Conway enabled me to buy. We enable each other. It's good. I mean, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
anything if I didn't
I
see
haven't seen
people doing.
her stream for a while, and I know she was trying to help take care of her father-in-law, stepfather.
Right, right. She was on with Tanya on the last 2 Sundays.
Oh, okay.
We're trying to get her. I'm trying to get her out of hiding.
And she moved her studio into the house,
Yeah,
so I thought that was convenient.
yeah. Okay. The thing I like about these is that they're so messy and simple that they don't have to be. I don't have to be any good. Thank God, because I'm not. I mean, well, I can be careful, but I am not being careful. And I just love them anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, this turned into a mess.
Uh-oh, what'd you do to it?
Well, the paint that I'm using for the whitewash is watered down paint, and it was old, and it had all these little clumpies in it, and I don't like the clumps.
Oh,
But
God.
it dumped out, so that's all right. It's the last of the bottle. It's going in the trash, but it's doing some things. But I can live with it. I'm going to live with it. Won't be a problem. Texture. Extra texture is what it is. So,
Extra texture.
yep, nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
It's distressed looking, that's for sure.
Oh gosh, thanks, Mia. They're about to get prettier because I get to color them. I'm going to color some now. That's the most fun part. Okay. This is going to be red. It's going to be tiny.
I found some new pintail pins. I saw on a video, uh, did a demonstration of using them, and they approved of the pintail pins. So they're in my cart, my grocery cart, and they write real well on top of stuff, on
Mm.
black paper or
Huh?
whatever. And so I thought I'd try them, and I'll be sure I'll be doing a demo of them. I'm sure once I get them. But is it looking vintage? I'm
Yeah,
trying to get it to look like this.
just like you wanted, isn't it? There you go. Look at that.
And so I can see those diamonds back there, in her background, and I see grungy brown around the edges. I did that, and I'm trying to get the whitewash, and it looks like there are stamps underneath that whitewash. So that's where I got the idea of putting the stamps down. And then after I get the whitewash the way I want it, um, I will try to do some of these circles and bubbles or something. And I've got a circle. I can use a lid or something. I can find something, maybe not this big, but maybe a straw. I've got a straw that I can make circles with. I've got a pretty good size straw here that I can use, and I can make those little circles. And then I've got a Stabilo, uh, one of these Stabilo smudge pencils.
Yeah.
I got a brand new one, and I'm going to use that. And I also bought some of the woodies, the Stabilo woodies. Have you ever?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I've got some of those too.
and I
Like,
just bought the 4 pack. But Cindy Lovins in my group, somebody gifted her the whole set of them for her birthday. So
whoa.
she's got the big set if anybody wants to see the rainbow effect on the Stabilos. But they're kind of waxy. They're not like Gelatos. They're harder, and but they smear. And
You know
I've
what they are, Beth? They're the Stabilo all pencils. That's the
yeah,
same
yeah.
lead as the
And you
Stabilo
can
all.
you can use it and smudge with it, and it
Yeah.
and it looks cool. Looks good and grungy when you
Yeah.
do that. See, I've got a gold one and a black one and
Or you
some
can also
kind
smudge them with a water pen.
of some kind of a bronze one, I think I have.
Like you do the Stabilo all. Whoop. Am I gone?
No,
Am I coming back?
you there? I've got
Uh,
you.
My
I,
internet has been flaky. Am I back?
yeah, you didn't leave. I haven't seen you leave.
Oh, I've been having the big circle of doom.
Oh, you're buffering. Not here.
Okay, good.
Is anybody else buffering? Of course, if there's a big storm between here and there, you never know. Uh, Between you, because we are on opposite sides.
I
Isn't that
know.
all? Isn't
I
that
know.
crazy? Isn't it wonderful how we can connect to each other? I
Really
just think
is.
we are just so blessed. So blessed.
That's fun.
It's awesome. And Joe, he has an uncle, and he lives in Ventura, and they FaceTime each other all the time. And I think that's pretty cool that he likes to talk to each other, and he is the oldest and the last one of the bunch, uh, of his mother and his dad's side of the family. He was the youngest boy. He was a he was an accident, a surprise. he was the last. He was the baby, and he's 77. So I told Joe that maybe in the next year or so things calm down with jobs, and we got things we got to do, and maybe we could go out there and see him. But he sees him every day on the internet, on the phone, so I don't know what the deal is. But that's okay. That's okay. We won't hold it against him.
Vanessa, thank you. She complimented my flowers.
Well, yeah, they are. Look at them.
Fun. I'm using Prismacolor pencils.
Prismacolors. And
I,
I did a color wheel today, and I used ink tint pencils.
I started these with ink tints, but just trying to fuss with the water soluble stuff on these little
Yeah.
bitty bits of paper that isn't drawing paper.
Of course, this is not water
It is,
soluble
yeah,
paper.
well, it's
This,
Prismacolor.
but this is out of that 365 book, uh, prompt book, and we do that. We've been doing this book,
Yeah, I've seen some of your projects out of
and
that. That's fun.
I like to date it. Put the date in there. Let's see. We can go 14 now. Woohoo!
I know it's already the 14th. So, what is the theme of the artwork for today? Everything was,
Drawing and sketching and drawing.
oh, well, here you go. I'm doing it.
Anything sketching and drawing. Yeah, yeah. I did the dolls and I used the jelly paper to make the dolls yesterday, and then today we're doing the drawing of it. So I'm actually doing, because I glued my paper dolls down on last night's pages. I went rogue.
Well,
I went AWOL.
I
I
was
went
thinking I was going to be going rogue today, but I'm not actually. I'm actually doing the right thing. How about that? I have to stop that.
Yeah. So I want to do.
Oh, it's so much fun. I love just coloring and doing silly stuff like that.
We're regressing into our childhood.
I know.
But my mom, I got her. She would watch me every now and then, but she wasn't really too keen on me. Uh, she'd watch about 5 minutes of it, and then she had to go on. And and uh, but I got her into coloring, and so I gave her all my old pencils, and bought her some Prisma pencils, but she couldn't tell the difference between one and the other, and she could care less that it
Yeah.
was good or bad. But but anyway, she did call her, and she says, "Do you want these coloring books? I'm just going to throw them away." I said, "Well, Mom,
Oh,
if you,
wow.
I'll take them." And after she died, I was so distraught with all of that. It blew me away after she passed, and so I started using those pages that she colored, and I'd cut the flowers out and use them in my art. And
Oh, that's so
and
cool.
I love it that I'm using her in my art. It was just perfect.
Yes.
It was perfect, and
Yeah.
it was healing. It was
Yes.
very healing for me, and I'm sure she was approving.
I'm sure, but it's just totally wonderful to just be with the thing that your loved one
Yeah,
created.
I know, I know. And she was a good colorer, but she didn't have time to color when we were coloring. Uh, she had 5 kids. She didn't have time to sit down and color. But we would sit there at the kitchen table while she cooked, and we would color.
So, Vanessa, why are you bored? Are we boring you? Don't say
I'm
yes.
surprised
You better
she's
not
still
say
up.
yes.
She was supposed to be super tired.
Well, I know she wasn't feeling good earlier when I checked in.
Yeah, something going on.
We better get out the dancing girls. I love that doll you made earlier. Both of those dolls that you made,
Those
Beth.
paper ones, yeah.
Yeah, they were fun.
They were just out of magazine. Well, one dress came from the actual doll paper doll set, and I've got some more paper doll stuff around here. I just haven't found it yet. I need to go through um, and organize just my books. I need to get all my that stuff off the desk over there, and get all my books out, and then organize my my filing system. And I need to alphabetize them a little bit, like watercolor all together. I do have some all together, but I know I've got several uh, puppet uh, paper dolls. I've got more paper dolls, and I've got paper doll books, and I haven't seen them for a while, so I don't know where they are. They're around here somewhere, and I could probably destash some of those older books. But I've also found some cool books, and I'll show you one that we've been doing lately in my group. Is the Fast and Fun Watercolors. You remember this book?
Oh, cool.
I think you might have it. But
No.
Debbie Epps and Colleen Krebs and Kathy Berg, they all have this book. And Epps started teaching us a couple of things, and then we started painting. And Debbie taught a couple of classes, or did a couple of, led us in doing some of these. And then I think Janet Young did a picture for us out of this book. But of course, they all start out with color theory and review, and that's no big deal. But they talked about how to do the color schemes and doing the warm and the cold and stuff like that. And I have really enjoyed this little book. It's at my level, and it's mixed media as well. It's watercolor with mixed media, and I love the combination. And But and then there's a few techniques like masking. It talks about how to mask, and I bought some of that liquid mask, and
Mm-hmm.
you put it on, and then you paint around it all over it, and then you rub it off with an eraser. And I've done that, and it was a lot of fun. And then we did this last week. We did something similar
Painting
to this,
cats. I've been painting cats.
and I did the silhouette of the cat in black, and she had splatters on her. Well, uh, I did like a rainbow of splatters, and then I had the background all neutral. It was all antique paper in the back, but it was cute.
Cool. I
But
like that.
but we've been working in this book in my groups, and and sometimes they help me pick out the picture, and sometimes I want to do this, and so we do that, and you would be good at all the flowers. Do
Oh,
you
that
like to do the one stroke techniques?
yeah. And
And I've got
I
some
am
of her
not a
books
water.
too.
I don't do watercolor.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, she's
well,
bored because her hands are not moving for a project.
it
Well,
doesn't have to be watercolor, but like this bird, it's text paper, and then you paint on the
oh,
bird.
look.
I love it.
It looks like it's collaged.
Yeah, it's a collage, and it's separate, but you do the background first, and I love doing the backgrounds first. One of the things I like to do. I like background techniques. But anyway, I've enjoyed this book, and it's easy. It's an easy book, just
That's
perfect
a
for me.
pretty one. Check that out, Beth. That's a pretty one.
That is very pretty. I love how the graduation is the
Yeah,
darker in the bottom.
me too.
Well, let's see.
Hello, Anina. She's getting ready to go to work. It's a morning day. It's morning. Where are you, Anina? Getting ready to go to work. Yes, Miriam, I love them when they're colored. Aren't they cute? Aren't they cute? Got some more to color here. These I'm going to color blue. These are bubbles. Blue bubbles. Which is up and which is down? That's a good question.
She wants to know what we're doing.
What are we doing?
Goofing off,
Goofing off? Who's asking that?
Anita. Anina.
What are you doing? Anina's asking us, what are we doing? I took this great workshop last weekend called A Pocket Full of Posies. And it was at the Summer Creative Retreat, and it's Lisa Young Art, Leaca, Lisa Young Art. And so, whoops, I'm feathering again.
You're not breaking up on our end.
I'm not? Okay.
No.
So you make a pocket, make this little out of one single sheet of letter size paper or A4 paper, and then just make a bunch of pocket full of posies and give it away to somebody. But of course, these are just some packaging that I had. I thought that would make nice stuff. So I'm making more posies. Because see, this one is too small, and these two are too small. This one is almost too small. That's okay. So I'm making some bigger. See, this one is another one that's too small. Even though I made it red, it didn't help it. So I'm trying to make them bigger. And then you have a pocket full of posies, and you send it to a friend. How about that? So this is
That
from Lisa Young Art, Leaca, Young Art. Beth Goldie's saying, Beth, my new jelly plate, I put it back in its clamshell packaging, and there's so many air bubbles. Is there a way to avoid it, or does it matter? Should I put it away with the 2 flimsy sheets back on? Yes. You should put it away with the flimsy sheets back on. And you can get them on as tight as you can, except that I find that anything I put on there makes air bubbles. Yeah. It's let me write that for you.
And if you don't have those sheets, you can use any kind of those acetate, uh, any kind of acetate page protectors. You can use that. Uh, any kind of plastic.
Vanessa, he put in my channel way up there about where was it? About 20 minutes ago.
Can you put Barbara's link back in for Angela? I mean Vanessa.
I'm looking
Is
for it.
this correct, Barbara?
No, here I put it in my book. Lisa
Leaca. I
Young.
got that right.
Lisa Young.
Young. Oh, okay. Lisa Young, right.
Lisa Young Art. Oh, is that it? Oh, no, there's Lisa Art. Okay, Raul, thank you.
So yeah, well I love that little pocket. I like to learn how to make that.
You want me to show you?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
She didn't say we couldn't,
Yeah.
but I am giving her credit for it.
Oh well, yes, of course.
It is a single sheet of paper with 3 folds. No, more than that. So, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Okay.
single sheet of paper.
And it's a rectangle?
Huh? It's a rectangle. Yeah, it's got to be a rectangle. Fold it in half. Fold it in half. Okay.
Okay.
Then you fold up this corner shy of the center fold by about 1/4 of an inch.
That goes only halfway. I see.
And it doesn't go halfway. It doesn't go. It goes almost halfway.
Okay. You got a space there.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 1/4 inch from the center. That's
Okay.
number 1. Then flip it over. Number 2
Okay.
is exactly to the center.
Okay, I fold it that way, and I fold it this way. Can I use it just regular typing paper size?
Any paper.
And then you're going to fold this one up
Mm-hmm.
to almost
A 1/4
close.
inch from the center.
Okay, just a quarter.
Just a 1/4, and then mash it down good.
And then the top one over here.
No, not yet. Flip it.
Oh, flip it over.
Like so, and do the opposite corner exactly to the center. Exactly to, not away, Beth.
Huh? Oh,
exactly to the center.
Oh, okay. No quarters. Okay.
Oh, yeah, exactly to the center.
Got it.
On number 2.
Okay.
Flip it back over. Fold this one down across the center by about 1/4 inch.
Another 1/4 inch. Okay.
Bring it across the center, across.
Oh, across a quarter.
Across the center fold.
Across the center fold. I see. This is how we're going to get our feather effect here. Okay. Yep. I am doing it.
Okay.
I did it.
Okay, leave it. That one is this at the top where it's across the center. The one, this is your number 1 down here at the bottom. The first one.
Okay, I'll flip it back. This is number 1.
Now fold that straight up from the bottom. Wait, Go back to where you were. Wait a minute. Go back to where number one.
This is number one.
Okay, fold it up. What is that flap sticking in there on the left? Okay,
It goes
turn,
this way.
okay, turn it that way. There you go. You had me misoriented.
I
Okay.
got confused.
I got confused. Okay, so you've got your folds all in. So just fold this up like yay. Yep.
Oh,
Straight
okay.
up
So
on your original fold.
yeah.
And then fold it on the original fold to the right and line up that right hand edge.
Look. I'm using a piece of cardstock and
Oh,
it's
well,
a
that
little
makes it
thick.
harder.
But I got it. I got it. There's 3 there.
Yeah, number your things because the trick is the first one, it goes a 1/4 inch before the fold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flip it, it goes to the fold. Flip it, and this one goes across the fold.
As soon as I find my pen.
Fold it up.
What did I do with my daggone pen?
And then you can glue it on the bottom if you want and glue it on the sides if you
This is
want.
1 and this is 2.
No. I don't think that's 2. That's 3.
3. That's what I
Yeah.
meant. But this
One,
one
if
goes
you flip
the
one
3
over,
and this
flip
one goes
one over, that's
exactly exact
2. Yeah, exact.
exactly to the middle. And this is 2, a 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch
Yeah.
out. And this one's 1/4 inch in over.
Yeah.
And then you fold number 1 up, number 2 over, and bingo.
Bingo. And so
So
what I did was I glued this front little bit here, and I glued this little bit here, and then I glued along this little edge here.
yeah,
And then I
yeah.
made this a little greeting card.
How cute.
And then I put some of my posies in it.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's a pocket full of posies. Isn't that the cutest thing? It's almost as cute
Fold
as
up and over. 1 goes up and 2 is over. Gotcha. 1 up and 2 over. I've got it.
just save that piece without folding it, and then you've got a
Yeah. And then when you open it up, it looks like this.
yeah. Isn't
But
that
it's
cute?
all right. And this would be really cute with scrapbooking papers and things.
Yeah, you can make it out of a whole scrapbook thing.
So
Scrapbooking.
I can teach that to my group next time.
You
Flip
can.
and reverse it.
Please be sure and give Lisa Young Art credit.
I've got it. Yeah, and I've got her name right here too.
You've got her name.
Yep, I'll do it. Okay, now I was going back to my little straw here, and I was making these little
Fun I've had in a long time. Making these, it's ridiculous.
and the straw works perfect on the bubbles.
Oh, okay. Well, if you use that fold, Raul, please give Lisa Young Art credit for it. I don't know if she invented it or not. I can't remember.
It's like the Blizzard book, you know. Really don't know, but we
I
think
don't know if she invented, but give her credit because she
absolutely.
did a good job.
Yeah. All right, that straw was definitely going back in the pencil ball jar. Did its job. Now I get to do the girl. Oh dear, that's my precious. I'm coming.
She says it's
There's your
time
father.
for some company.
She can't push the door open. Come on. The other one can push. The other one's not afraid to push the door open. But Abby's a scaredy cat. She won't push. So, and I thought about doing this with paper. It's got, I think I will. We'll sit this over and let the bubbles dry. And I'll get some antique paper over here, or music paper even. And draw her.
Dark. Need something darker. All about contrast. Contrast. Raul says, I don't like the summer or the winter. Thank you, Raul. That's perfect.
Oh, absolutely, Jennifer. You do you. You could do your background any way you want. There's no right or wrong in art. Of course, I won't mind.
Heck no.
Absolutely not.
All right, let's see here. One more to color.
Variety is the spice of life.
That is true. Let's see if I can juice this guy up a little.
So, like that. And I think I'm going to find a pretty yellow ribbon to put around her waist. I'm going to use this to to um, do her yellow. See if that'll be enough.
Well, That looks a little better.
Hmm. I like that.
That flower is still too little. Oh well, no deal's perfect, right?
That's right.
How about a blue flower? That's a pretty blue. Hardly even shows.
Okay. I like that.
Ooh, that's pretty.
And I bought me a real old typewriter for $5.
You did? How neat.
And I need to get a new ribbon for it, and I think I can. And it's a small typewriter, so it fits right here on my desk, and I can
Oh,
put it right beside me and pull it up and type my word. The
I
rollers don't work, but I just need it for words. I don't need. I'm not typing a paper or anything on it, so I don't have to worry. But the roller doesn't work, and
oh
but I can push the paper in there and get the word. It's and Joe was tinkering with it, and he'd probably be able to fix it if he knew how to work on it. But
I have one. My old typewriter from the 70s, 50s. When did I
yeah,
graduate from high school? Whenever I graduated from high schools, I got it when I was in high school anyway. It's a
yeah,
70s model. And I couldn't get its ribbon, but I could get a generic ribbon at the
yeah,
stationery store, at the office supply, the local office supply people.
right,
And I had to kind of wind it onto the spool that fit that machine.
right. To use it. Uh huh.
Mm.
That's easy to do. Yeah, just wear gloves because if
Yeah,
you put
really. I probably didn't, but
uh yeah, I even thought about just I've got a re-inker bottle that's a roll on. And I
mhm.
thought about just opening it up and dripping some of that ink on there and let it absorb. And I
you
don't know if
know,
I should or not.
a $5 typewriter,
Can't go wrong.
you can't go wrong.
Now I need one of your flowers for her to hold.
Oh, you do.
She's got a little flower there.
I need to do a little.
But I got her dress made. Now I just have to do her arms. And I think I'm going to use this here to do her arms. Will that be good enough for her arm? I think it will. She's a skinny little thing. Yeah, that
Oh,
works. Just have to do that again.
I love my old typewriter.
And I can change the fonts on my computer, when I type. But there's just something about an old typewriter that's fun.
This is my old typewriter.
Oh,
Isn't that pretty?
yes. It reminds me of the old bulletins that you used to
I
used to do.
know. I know. That's my August 1st page. So now, does anybody do Zentangles out there? We could.
Um, well, I don't know. Who likes to do Zentangles? Oh, look, there's Mrs. Gigi. She's from Sweden.
From
She's
Sweden.
getting ready to go to school. She teaches. She's a teacher or something. Something at the school. And good to see you, Gigi. And there's Brian. Hi, Brian. He does good stuff. I went over to his channel last night and subscribed to Brian. Maya, Alice, I've seen you this week.
This is my typewriter too.
Art Supply Hoarder Land. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. Okay. Where are we? Keep going, Babs. You got to keep going.
I think that'll work. Raul has put in all of y'all's links up above.
Yay. Thank you.
So, and you'll be able to see them after the chat loads up after I get off. The video loads faster than the chat, but it'll just be, I think it's a few minutes. I don't think it's very long. 15, 20 minutes or so. So now I get to make her hair. And should I continue with my text papers? I got to do her neck. She's got a neck.
Yeah, I like
Right
that.
here.
So, I'm really doubly glad that I'm doing this tonight, Beth, because,
You're catching up.
well, I made all these and I gave them all away and I started recording a video and now I'll have some more so I can finish my video.
Yeah.
That's funny. So if
Okay.
anybody's subscribing me tonight, I will have a new video up sometime soon. I
All
promise.
right. We'll be looking forward to it. This reminds me of Alice in Wonderland when she grows tall and they stretch her neck. Here's her neck.
Very good. Modigliani neck.
I am going to put a little piece of yellow ribbon around her waist. She needs a satin ribbon. Gigi says, I'm not in this streamathon, but I will be on live today, Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. And that is Eastern time zone, and then that is equal to 7:30 p.m. Swedish time for a bit. And Gigi does nice work. I love how she does things. And Miss Gigi and Becca creates. Becca, stream together sometimes, usually uh,
Oh, okay. I've seen
every
Becky.
so often. And this summer they um, they do something different every year. And this summer it was women in hats, and
Oh, how fun.
they would do prompts, and they'd have to make up the hat, whatever how they did it, and it was really cute.
That's cute.
Yeah, they okay. Now I'm going to look for my ribbon. And I know where my ribbon box is, which is good.
Okay. I need some taller pieces. I need to make some leaves. Let's see. This is the little pack of papers that Lisa influenced me to buy. Isn't this pretty stuff?
Oh wow.
They're all little, they're beautiful papers.
Mm-hmm.
All these kind of vintagey colors,
Are they
soft.
homemade?
No, no, no. They're it's a whole
Printed?
pack of paper.
Okay.
Let's see if I can remember who made it. Do I have a thing? Got maps. I don't know if I remember the name of the thing. So there's maps and music. I'm using more of the music paper, and I'm using more of some of them than others. I think I'm in the mood for music paper. Yeah, that one right there.
Those are so cute. Such a variety.
Well, and they just make nice little, these are some of the map pages. They make really nice little backgrounds for these little flowers, don't they? I mean, I can't get over how cute those are. Aren't those cute?
I love them.
It's like,
And then,
oh,
is that the paper you're using?
yeah,
The paper pack? Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So there's her little ribbon waist.
Aw, isn't she cute?
Now I got to do her head.
Okay, let's cut some taller ones and make some leaves. We got to make leaves.
Maybe I'll switch paper out and do music for her face. I've also got telephone paper over here for the telephone. I need some blank. I could do music in her hair. That's what I need. This piece right here.
Okay, let's see. There. Back to my graphics too.
That looks good.
Hey, Renee. How are you this evening?
Hi, Renee. Poor Renee. One of the girls in the group, she accidentally put her in timeout for 100 years, and
Oh, was that what was that?
but
I'm
it was
so
an accident. It was an accident. She says, "Beth, do you know how long I'm going to be in timeout?" And I said, "No." She says, "Is it going to be forever?" And I go, "I don't know." So
oh,
I
sad.
can, you can go into your YouTube studio and you go into settings and then you go into community and you can find, see all the people that you have blocked. And you scroll down to the bottom until you see her name and you unblock her. And that's easy as that. But I had to hunt for it. I've done it before. I've unblocked before, but it's been a while and I couldn't remember. But we got her unblocked. Bless her heart. She was a trooper, but she was on the couch anyway, and she watched. She just couldn't put her 2 cents in,
Oh, I love taking naps,
and she
Renee.
took a nap. All right.
Oh, such
Now
a
the
good
good
thing.
news, that then the bad news is the neck is flimsy, but the good news is it's going to be glued down eventually. So, but there's her face. I'm doing her
Oh,
backwards.
you look cute.
It is. It's looking good. Now I just need to do her hair. I need something that's smaller than music page. This music. This is big horsey music. So let me go with a dictionary page, maybe. Ooh, what's that? That's kind of different. Oh, it's a different book. And this is a this is going to be her hair. Things to do. You ought to put a drawing of our state flag on the cover of your scrapbook and one of the seals on the back. Our state flower and bird would make an overall design for inside of the front and back pages. You can find pictures of these in Bulletin 1 of the new state course of study series.
Oh boy.
This is called this book is named Making Arizona a Territory and a State.
Woo.
Oh, look, it's got pictures. That's a, that's a cool it's like a lithograph.
Oh, cool.
Boys and girls of Arizona. Somebody probably sent it to me because I don't remember having it. Mining. You learn a little bit about Arizona. Raoul's serving iced coffee. If anybody wants one, I'm gonna save that picture, even though I want that text. But I'll use this text for her hair. See what else we got over here. Okay, I'm gonna save that one. So her hair is going to be like this.
These flowers, these leaves, all this stuff just makes me so happy. It's ridiculous.
So we've got one big
Ridiculous.
circle here, a big.
17 million views, Raoul. No, 1.7 million, but still 1.7 million views.
For what? Our
One,
stream.
his best viewed video.
Oh, he's famous. He is. He told me he used to sing and do jingles, like commercial jingles. Isn't that cool?
Well, May, that was really good. 500 a month. Got a lot of art supplies from that. Yeah, imagine. Huh. I don't know. I never have monetized my channel. Don't plan to.
I'm trying to, but I don't know how to do it. They've they're going to they're going to check me out, and within 2 weeks they're going to notify me of something. But I don't know exactly what that means. But I'm supposed to.
Have you noticed that when you color on a soft surface, it's different than coloring on something that has texture?
Well, I tell you one thing, I'm not gonna be able to use this text paper because I used my pen and cut the paper. It cut the
Oh,
paper.
oh wow. It's really old.
It's old paper, yeah. This was at Girls and Boys of Arizona. So we'll put that back in the pot and look for something different. Oh, I think I found the flowers I can use for her. I've got these stamps that do these long stem flowers,
Oh yeah. Oh
and,
yeah, right
and I
there.
can do it in yellow and make green, and it'll be this flower, or I can do the oh shoot, I got a lily
That's
and
contrast.
and that one. They're named something. They got names. So that was good to find that out. There's a cow lily. Oh, they got names on them. Let's see what this says. The cow lily, alumum, and a paper white, and an iris. That's what that is. Okay, so I'm going to find something for her hair. Ooh, wow, what's this? Oh, it's a little picture frame. It's a card. Well, I'm going to just use this.
Hey, Janet Nash.
Hi, Janet. Good morning.
Morning, kiddo.
We're burning the midnight oil.
I guess we are. You are. I'm not yet.
Joe will let me sleep.
I shouldn't stay up too late, but you know, I can stay up a little bit later. Oh, I bet you do, May. I bet you can just draw any darn thing you want. No disparaging. No disparaging allowed. No. Talk trash to yourself. I just really like drawing these little flowers because you can tell they're easy and fast, and it
Mm.
doesn't matter. I knew that was breaking. I hate it when my pencil lead breaks and
Oh no,
I'm not ready to part with it.
dear.
Get some glue out.
I think that looks just fine
Oh, that might be
for her hair. That's going to be her hair. I'm not going to do it
how
again.
beautiful that is. Why not?
I think it's going to be perfect.
This must be the leaf of the turquoise plant. I really love Prismacolor pencils.
Yeah,
Man,
they're
they
good.
are so fine. I mean, God, that is pretty.
First try, second try, third try. I don't know how many times I've tried. But there's her hair.
I think that's beautiful. Oh,
And I'm going to do a little coloring on it. It's the right shade. I can glue her down. And then I could do her face. And her head's tilted just a little bit.
May, if you're looking for somebody about teaching to draw, one of the flowers that I'm using in these when I get around to drawing a flower is from a woman named Kelly Bluen, Blou. I'll write it on my book. Kelly Blouin. She did floral Zentangles. On she's on YouTube. She did floral Zentangles for the whole month of May. There was a different one. She didn't do one every single day, but she did one almost every single day. And like simple drawings. So see these are from her simple, just simple stuff. How to draw them, and she steps them out. If you just look back, you can find all kinds of tangle patterns to draw. Well, Goldie, some of them are Zentangle patterns. The leaves are not. This flower is not, but this is a Zentangle pattern. Which one is it? I'll show you which one it is because I just copied it out of this book which is from Kelly Blue. This one. So this one is called Turtra, Turtra. And it was designed by Rhea Matheson. And this is how you draw it. It's just like that. So that's how to draw it. And this is what I did with it.
Once you get used to it, it's easier. Yeah.
And this one was this one, which is a older design, Zentangle design. It's called Henna Drum by Jane McCougler. But if you look up Kelly Bluen in May, all the month of May, she's got about 30. See how many? See all of these.
The color makes it pop. Mm-hmm.
I love the color. 23. She's got 23 different patterns in the month of May. Kelly Bluen. That's how you spell her name. So I just watched them. I just did one a day back in May and just had a ball. Very good fun. These are just leaves. They're not. They're nothing. They're like drawing these things in a phone, in a magazine. This is like that Shannon Green thing where you just go into any page in a magazine and get your big fat black pen and draw leaves and then cut them out. Do the white over the black. And then whatever color is inside the leaf is what color your leaf is. So I made one for the front of my journal for this year. Aren't those pretty? I mean, look, they're just like, okay, and these were obviously all messed up. But does it matter? It doesn't matter at all. Minutes of Zen, Kelly Bluen, yes. She's good. That's good. The Minutes of Zen are one of the things that she does also. She also does Mandala Mondays, and she does, I just love these, just drawing out a casual leaf pattern on a magazine, on the magazine text. I love it. And then I colored these.
Now I can change the color of the cow lily.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at
Should
that.
I do it maybe in black instead of the green?
No, you should do it in green and get your white Posca pen and make white centers.
Okay. They're cow lilies.
Calla lilies, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So now I got to do this because I like ink.
Well, this doesn't really show up. I'll have to use my chalk pens. I've got some chalk pens that would work.
Kelly Bluen's got some videos up more recently. She's collaborating with a watercolor artist. So Kelly is teaching her watercolor friend how to draw the pattern. So in one video, they're drawing the pattern, both of them. And in the next video, they're watercoloring it. So that's a nice little series too. It's recent.
This is why we wear paint clothes. when you shake your Posca pen and it flies out on everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is why I did not wear my dress shirt. I started to dress up thinking, well, I'm so glad. Put the cap on, then shake. Oh no, Crafting on a Budget got rid of her Prismacolor
I'm
pencils. How did
swirling
you get rid
again.
of them? Now you have to buy some again. Oh, your husband is going to love you. That's right.
Oh my, how come you got rid of your
That's what
Prismacolor?
I say.
Oh my God. How on earth did that happen? You weren't using them, were you? So why, if I'm not going to use them, why do I want them? So how many different sets of watercolors do you have?
Well, I only have um, beginner set watercolors. I don't have um, anything expensive or a big set or anything. I just got people give me things, and my watercolors consist of Dollar Tree and Walmart. Seriously, I got this set. I haven't even used it yet. And then I did one year. I made some watercolors. These are homemade,
All right.
and they're real soft and they dissolve real easy. Baking soda and vinegar, I think, is what you use to make, and food coloring. And it was just a fun project that I did. This was before I started streaming, and then this is a little Michael set, and I melted the lid on it with the heat gun accidentally, and I've been using this quite a
I
bit.
have that set too.
And then they have another set that's the shiny colors,
I've got a small set of, of metallic colors.
but they're not real deep in there,
Uh-huh.
So this won't take long to use at all. So these are my little and then um I have some gouache that Sharon Lombard gave me a long time ago, and I'm still using it. I'm not finished with it yet, but there's still gouache left, and
Yeah.
it's
Cool.
well loved. I use
Yeah.
that, and then Dana gave me some of metallics that she had. These are metallics.
Oh, is that gouache or watercolor?
I guess it's watercolor. Watercolor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And
Nice.
and then I've got this set, and this is acrylic watercolors. They were in a tube, and I squirt them in here, but then they dried up, but they reconstitute, I guess. I think. Well, let's
Hmm.
just try it. Let's see if I can reconstitute one of these.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you can if it's watercolor.
Yeah, yeah, they reconstitute. Hmm. So, but these were in little tubes, and the tubes came from Five Below, and Joe bought them for me. And then I originally started out taking the little round disc out of any kind of art set that I had that was a kid's art set, and I dropped the pellets down in here and add water and reconstitute them. And I had this case, and I love this case. It's big,
Nice.
and you can really get in there, and you can put a lot of water. I get the pipette and put water in all of them, and you paint away with them. So it turned out pretty good. But this was an empty case that I got at a yard sale, and then this was from Dana too, and this is gouache, and they look metallic to me. And then I got some pots, and I bought me a little Van Gogh uh, tin, a to go tin like this, a travel tin, and this has got some pots in here that have been gifted to me,
Nice.
and so um, next Sunday, Kim is going to be streaming for the Sunday gang, the Sunday bunch girls, and we're going to do traveling kits. How would you take your art on the road? And this is, I'm going to
Okay.
show them this and some other things that I have to on a go base. So that's some of my stuff. And then if all else fails, then you get the Dollar Tree out, and they're rot, they're terrible, but they work, but they don't have much in them anymore. They pop them up, and they used to be a deeper disc with more
Mm,
paint in it, but I guess kids use them once and throw them away, these days. Uh, but I've
boy.
used it. I have
Yeah.
used So that's my paint history. Didn't it take long to tell you about that? I've got them all packed up in here and stacked up in here and ready to go whenever I want to go paint. I just pull it out without any problem.
Yeah. Goldie says she's got enough watercolors to last her 1,000 years. I can relate. I don't. I really haven't gotten into watercolor, but I have
They
one
are loved.
dad
That's
and
right, Raul. They are loved. And I
yeah.
tell you, somebody who's got tons and tons and tons of watercolor is Lena. I mean, she's got these big old round sets of
She's the one who
watercolors.
persuaded me to get the gouache, which I got.
Yeah, yeah. She's got some fancy smancy watercolors in
I
her
know.
possession.
I don't
Hmm.
know why I sprung for the gouache. Why? Why?
I don't know how white is going to bring this out.
Just the center of it, the center of the flowers of each flower.
Yeah.
You just stick white down in there and it'll make it pop a little bit.
Uh
Yeah, Miss Lennox.
huh. Yep, that's her.
Carol, it's for Miss Lennox 2010, I believe.
Yeah.
I
I'm gonna just since I'm here and since I have an extra piece of
this
that
one.
fat I'm gonna try another color. I've got it in red too, like a burgundy. Cherry cobbler to be exact. Yeah, oh, it's still here. Let's try another color. I just feel like that is just too much like her shirt. We want it to pop.
I think I'm going to go get me a little sip of something.
Okay,
I'll
I
be
got
right back.
coffee.
You got coffee?
Yeah.
No, I'm thinking of the opposite spectrum.
Okay.
Thinking of amaretto.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. That's not very red. Try that. It's a darker red, but it's still, I think it's going to be better than the same color. Got it. Now, here is her cow lily. And I think I need to brighten it up again with maybe some pencils.
Me too.
Alrighty.
All right. There you go. I know it's morning where you all are, but not here.
Yeah, it's that time of the evening.
This is amaretto.
I used to love amaretto in the kind of a gold bottle.
Mm-hmm. It's in that
Yeah.
big square, kind of a square bottle.
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be one of my favorites. I had last December 31st, Joe's birthday, and every time we went out to eat with someone, they brought us a bottle of wine. And we haven't drank in years. We just don't do it very much. And so the other night, the heat went out in the house, and it went out in the middle of the night, and I knew that it was getting warmer because it was 80 degrees. So I laid around in the bed and I thought, oh, I don't want to wake Joe up because he will get up and work on it until it's fixed. So I
Oh no.
wanted him to have at least have a few good hours of sleep before I wake him up and tell him. And so when I told him, he said, okay. And he went out and looked at it, started looking at it. And I thought for sure he would go ahead and call the air condition people and because it was Friday. And he went all day piddling around on it, looking, trying to check the breaker and trying to do this and tried to change do that,
Did you go
and he
away?
couldn't get it fixed.
Oh.
But he never called the AC people. And I said, well, it's 92 degrees in the house now. And I said, if you had called them, at least put us in the queue in line, uh, you know, and but they did. But so I told Joe, I said, we got to have this fixed now. I said, it's too hot. I can't stand it in here. And I was streaming. And I said, you're going to do something or I'm going my sister's. And I could have very easily gone over there and it would have been fine. But anyway, the guy that came over, he made it over about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Took him 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and he says, I already knew what it was when you called.
Mm.
and and this same, it's an element, and it's the same element that went out about 5 or 6 years ago. It was just an element. It was like a $3 part,
Oh
and and so needless to say, I said, you give him a tip because it's 10 o'clock. You give him a big tip. And I said it's not fair. He's got a life too. So that was our air conditioning night. But I decided I'm going outside and I'm taking me a little glass of wine and I'm getting in the pool. And I did to cool me off. And the wine helped me relax. So that was a good thing. And it was just some red wine. I don't no idea what flavor it was. It wasn't bad, but I put it on ice and it was fruity. But oh, I said, if I should have followed through that morning when told him about it. I went back to bed because I'd been up all night with the heat, and and I should have gotten up when he gotten up, and it was my fault. I think it was my fault. I'm not putting the blame on him. All right, now let's try this little cow lily. Does that look any better?
Oh, it's perfect.
Little
That's
red made it contrast.
yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna glue that down, and then we can glue her arms down. But the pool was warmer, and the pool was 90 degrees. The pool was still warm.
God.
It was still cooler than the house, and it was 90. It was so funny, but it was wet. And then it cooled down outside, and it was cooler outside than inside. And I opened up the back door. Luckily, we wasn't bombarded with mosquitoes. But the guy was so friendly, and he was a young guy, and and next thing I know, they were out there looking at one of his old cars, and I said, "What?" And he'd already fixed the air, and he was so Joe was giving him a tour of the yard.
Mm,
Oh wow!
that's fun.
But he saw the car. It was an old. We've got a '62 uh, Thunderbird, and and it's right there in the side yard. You can see it where he was working. And so they went over and looked at it. I said, "You want to buy it?" Joe been wanting to fix it and everything, but I think he's waited too long because we've been down here for 10 years, and it's still on the trailer. So the tires are bad. So he's been changing one tire at a time on the trailer because you drive it up on the trailer, and he'll have to get it off the trailer somehow. So he's changing the tires. So I could do her lips, and she's got those little uh, Queen of Heart lips. Mhm. Oh gosh, it's old paper. It's gonna cut it. I guess that's what you do. Just put a little line through it. There's that, and she's got purple cheeks. Oh, maybe I'll go pink. And they're just little swirls. And then her nose.
Butter Roll Boutique.
Yep,
Did I write
that's
you down the other day, Butter Roll?
that's Doretha.
Teresa.
Hmm.
I did not write you down. Butter Roll Boutique is Doris, Darisa.
It's Doreatha.
Oh,
Doretha.
wow. You are Eatha.
Uh huh.
Oh, I'm writing you down. I'm writing you down, girl.
You're in the book.
Is Darea
Doreatha.
Doretha. Oh, what a pretty name.
It is.
Doretha.
She does crafts, and she takes walks and takes us with her and go on car rides on her
Oh,
short.
wow.
She does these little shorts, and Her, I like watching her shorts. They're nice.
I have not gotten into watching shorts very much.
Well, they're on Face or when you watch YouTube,
Yeah, I
when
know.
they come up and then you flip them and you just stay there and flip for years and and you get hooked on flipping.
Oh, okay. Ugh. Another thing to
Yeah,
get done. I don't know.
I'm over it now. I used to go crazy with it at first, but I'm kind of slowed down on it now. Get that blue in her eyes.
Well, now I'm liking that a little bit better. At least I don't hate it.
Oh, I was going to use a pencil to do her nose. I did, and I am. Yeah, just a shadow. Oh, and eyebrows. And I got her eyelashes. And I think there she is.
Oh,
And I'm going to have to put her down and glue her down now but I want to do one more thing. I need a gold. Where's my gold pen? I got a gold pencil somewhere. Right there it is. Come here. Well, that do good on her hair.
that's looking better. I don't hate it anymore.
So how we doing? Well, it's 2:25 now. Whenever you're ready, I don't want to. If you don't, if you're tired, you stay as long as you want. I
How long are
appreciate.
you on?
I'm gonna. I'm gonna stay on till 3, and then somebody will be on after me. Usually, Miriam comes on, or
I could
I'm
stay
not
on.
sure if
Yeah.
she gave the what. I haven't looked at the schedule today. I just know I got mine scheduled. But I'm going to do 12 to 3 all week, and I can do it. I don't have a problem staying up because I'm up that late sometimes. Thank you, Renee. She's soft. But now let me show you what it's going to look like on the book. Here's the background, and here's the card, and she's going to be outlined in black.
Oh, she's gonna be so nice.
And here's the card, the original. And I will put this on the other side of the book on the blank side of the book. This card will stay in the book. My inspiration. And I'm going to glue her down, and then I'll have to let it dry, and then I'll take my Stabilo pen and there's the back side of her. You can see all of the innards.
I think she's lovely.
Yeah, she turned out real good. She's got a weak neck, but I'm going to outline her with my Stabilo pen, and that will take care of, that'll pop her out on the page. But I'll have to wait till the glue dries. And I just used book pages. See how that works. Oh shoot. She's got some black on her neck. She looks like she's got a hickey.
I remember Susie Blue too. She was one of my first people I followed.
Very whimsical.
I know. Very freeing.
So I did darken her dress, but my pencil is going to help me with her, the rest of her. This is my very first Stabilo pencil.
Uh,
I'm growing up.
your very first, is it recent?
Yeah, I just
Oh.
bought it like a couple weeks ago. I never
Oh,
really used. I haven't used it yet either, very much.
oh wow, cool.
I know. I've been missing out all this time.
One thing I learned about Stabilo pencil, of course, it's watercolor, and so it keeps moving. Um,
Yeah. Okay.
but if you want to fix it, you can take your water pen and dip it into your matte medium and activate it that way.
Oh, and then the glue will
So and the
seal
glue fixes it so it won't be activated
seals
anymore.
it. Uh huh. Uh huh. Well, I think I'll be okay. Uh, so can you tell that I've? And then I'm going to go around this just a little bit more with some glue. I guess maybe I can try to glue it down a little bit better here. Yeah, I might do that, and I'm because I want to do a top coat of varnish. So I'm going to use this glue here as I'm gluing her ends edges down. I'm gluing putting it on the Stabilo so that it'll dry, and then that way it'll be fixed. Just rubbed it on her arm. Gosh almighty. What am I like? What am I like? That's all right. That's okay. She needs a little set of pearls on her neck.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to tilt her head back. That's why her neck was acting up. Oh well, she's not gonna be tilted. Too late. She's glued down. And then I still need my uh what do I got back here? I got a gold pencil back here. Let's see if this will work.
So this is another one of my tricks.
Okay.
This is a water pen,
Yeah.
and I've got 2 drops of carbon black ink in it.
Oh.
It makes this nice little shading mark.
Like a grungy.
Well, it's just a little, you can use it for grunge or just a line of shading.
Just yeah, like a shading and just
You can use more of it and build it up darker. Anyway, I got it
oh
like urban sketching and you want a little bit of
yeah.
shading going out urban sketching. I like it. One of my tricks.
All right.
Tricks. There, I changed that one a little bit. It's got more going on there. After all that, I'm not sure I like it any better, but there's more going on.
So now I have the words. And I can activate her face.
Renee, my bricks.
I'm activating her face now. I used water Inktense pencils on her face so I can activate and get her eyeshadow brighter.
May, it's loaded with water, and I put 2 drops of carbon black ink, which is a permanent black ink. You can put India ink in there too, just 2 drops. 2 drops. So that's what it makes. It makes a light, very light shading line. Isn't that lovely?
Lovely. It is.
It is. I love it. And it's a pen. Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay. That's all I'm going to do. And
She's great. I like her.
then
I can find where I put my book. I'll leave you some pages that are not finished. Oh, is this it? This is my book, 2024. That's my book. So this was from that workshop also. See, this is where we practice drawing leaves. This was Peggy Dean
Uh-huh.
suggesting different ways to draw leaves. And this was Painting Cats with Terry Runyon. She wrote a book called Painting Cats. So she had us see, this is unfinished because all of these need little flowers in the flower pots.
Uh-huh.
So it's not finished. This is not finished. Peggy Dean was drawing cottages. So I'm unfinished on my cottages. Nikki Hess was drawing with one color of watercolor. And I need to come back with my darker shades of watercolor. Bye, Goldie. Are you off? Go to sleep. Good night.
This is what I did.
Goldie.
I did this one at 6 o'clock, from 6 to 9
Yes, I
earlier.
love those dolls. Those are so sweet.
And now this dress came out of a magazine, and this is a real old-fashioned paper doll. And
Oh,
my paper dolls are right here. There's Dagwood and Blondie and
oh my gosh.
all these
Oh,
guys.
look at that.
And I have there's a Doris Day. I think that's Doris Day
Yeah, it might be.
and Joan Collins, and
Oh my God.
then I have all the old clothes down here, and I've been using them for 2 or 3 years. I use them on when I make stuff. I make junky stuff with them. But these are the old dresses,
Oh,
the
look.
original old dresses. Look at that one.
Mm-hmm.
And this was Ann's dress, and all of Dagwood's his clothes.
Now, have you kept those since then, or have you collected them in recent years?
No, I bought them about 3 years ago at a yard sale down the street here, and
Oh,
I said, well, I told her, I said, well, I'm going to be using them in my art room, and she says, well, you do whatever you want to do with them. You're yours. I said, okay. I said they'll be loved, but
how fun.
they were in the old fashioned big books that they come in, the big books with their picture on the front of it.
Oh, yes, I remember.
And here's their pictures off of the big books. I cut them
Oh,
off and put them on this book and made me a new doll book. And this has got my chunky dolls in here.
oh.
And I showed these off the other night, all my little scrappy dolls and uh, and my Oriental dolls. And I origami these. This is when I did my Japanese book, and I had a Japanish book. And
Mm-hmm.
it's over there. And one day this week, I promised him I might show him one of the Japanese books. And but there's a lot of books in here, and there's Alice in here, and then Magazine Girls. I use those for paper dolls too. Just put them on cardboard, and then I made some real cute playing cards out of a doll. It was cute. And I was just showing my girls in my group that you can make anything out of a doll, and you can do hidden paper clips. This is a hidden paper clip right here, and you do hidden paper clips. I got
I
your
do.
hidden, but see how this paper clip is on this? I
Uh-huh.
glued it on some cardboard, or they already had cardboard, and then I I glued the paper clip on with a piece of paper. And then this is a sticker, believe it or not. She'll come
Wow.
off of there. But I left her on the cardboard and she made a paper clip in my paper doll book right here. So, it was fun. It's fun to play with them. And everybody seems to like them. And we had a paper doll trade last year or earlier this year. It was in February. We had a paper doll trade. And I've got celebrity paper dolls. Here's Willie. Willie Nelson's back
Oh,
here.
really?
And he's just from a magazine, and I glued him on cardstock and cut him out, and he's a paper doll. and and I think I got everybody involved with their grandkids, in doing paper dolls. And I got Rusty Wallace in here, and then I did a mermaid, and I felted the mermaid. Here's her my felted mermaid.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
So,
Aw. Hello, Tanya Smith.
so hi Tanya.
Is it good morning for you? Are you over there in Europe somewhere or England?
I think she's New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Mhm.
Good
Are
heavens.
you in? I think you're in New Zealand, aren't you, Tanya? But anyway, these were the paper dolls, and I put the dolls in that box, the papers in the box, and made a doll book. So, so that's how that came about. We just playing,
Hmm.
and now I gotta put them up. So I'm going to put this over here, let her dry for a minute, and I'm going to get my typewriter out. And let me see what Mr. Joe did with it, if he did anything with it. I don't know if he fiddled with it
Yes,
or.
and it's 6:45 p.m. Wednesday in New Zealand.
Yeah, they're behind you. They're behind you.
Rain Girl Cindy, isn't it? I haven't seen you in a long time. Yeah, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. It's Barbara Clark. I haven't seen you in an age.
You did, Rain Girl. That's who they are. Doris Day, Elizabeth Taylor, and June Allison. Exactly. They were a little before my time, but I remember watching Doris Day and Que Sera Sera. So anyway, the card says she's learning to let go of. Let's see if I can do this. I'll do it all in caps.
Oh, her typewriter. Check that out. That's great.
What does this do? It's on both sides. Is that the spacing? That's probably the spacing. I'm going to have to get the dictionary out and look up the parts and look this. It's a Smith Corona,
Okay.
and I'm going to have to get the online manual to find out what
You're
all the buttons.
probably a good typewriter.
And see, I don't know what this thing is for. And one of these is for spacing, one space or two space. And this is
Yeah.
supposed to make it tight so that you can roll it and it won't roll up. It slides.
Single or double line. Yeah, double spacing lines.
Yeah. But
Single or double space. Yeah.
let's try it again. And I had the lock working. There it is. But it's just not dark enough. Just not dark enough.
Yeah.
Uh,
You need to go find yourself a ribbon.
but you can still buy these ink roller things. But I was just wondering if I could re-ink it myself by, you know, putting the roller to the band and rolling it all up onto one side, and then you turn it to go the other direction. See, one
I
goes
bet
one
if you
direction,
looked it up on YouTube, you'd find a video how to
and then
re-ink.
there's this down here. It's got L, 2, 3, 4, 5, and H, low and high. That's got to be something low and high. But I do know that these come off and they go in and around. But it's just not going to be dark enough. Oh, it's not moving up. That's why. Let's go high. Nope.
Yeah, it's not
No,
pulling your ribbon up. It's
it's
not.
not going up and down. Whatever does this.
Mm,
Well, anyway, the gentleman that gave it to me, he was a barber, and he had a barber shop, and he says, meet me at the shop, and I'll get it for you. And he said it belonged to his dad, and all he did was envelopes on it. So it wasn't like he did any writing or anything, but yeah, my think ribbon's not going up and down.
Cindy's up making tags. Can't sleep.
And
Well,
I said, well, it'll be well loved, I promise. It's going to
good
be for
job
Brad.
then.
And you see my this, it should go under this bar here. That should happen.
Angela Lansbury, yeah, she did Murder, She Wrote.
Yeah, she knew how to do a typewriter.
She did.
And then I know about my margins. I know this. That's not a problem. And then this is supposed to tighten it up when you
That
type.
loosens and tightens the platen against the things that hold it, that will roll it
This
up.
bar here.
Yeah.
This bar goes up, and then it goes. I remember flipping that thing down, and that's supposed to be tight. So, but this is going up and down. I have a community, a newsy community in our area, and I can probably say, does anybody in this community know how to work on old typewriters?
You
You just never know. I might get a hold of a
never
gentleman that
know.
knows,
Somebody
that
might
likes
know.
to tinker. But I had this going up at one time,
Oh, okay. So
and
maybe one of the buttons you pushed
I moved it up on
locked it down.
high. It's wanting to move here. See it's wanting to move this. Bet it's just one click away. Just one click away to getting it. And then there's a 1 and a 2. I'm pretty sure that was 1 space or 2 space. And the return bar is gone. He said he didn't have that return bar. And I said, well, I can do that by itself. I don't have to have the return bar, exactly. But I got to get that ribbon to go up. Oh, well, I don't know how else to get it to stay up there.
Oh, the shift key down. Does that do anything?
Well, I've got it. I got the shift. I got it shifted. Yeah,
But
it's
that
up,
still
and it's
doesn't
going
raise
up
your.
above it. It's typing
Yeah.
right above it.
Huh.
We used to have an old royal typewriter, and it was an upright one, and boy, you had to really hit them buttons hard. That's what I had in college.
You have to hit mine real hard too. I've got a Remington Quiet Writer Deluxe. How about that? Aren't the name's great?
All right, I'm going to have to quit on it because I don't know how to fix it. It was worth $5 to figure it out, and then there's black and white. Oh, I wonder if
Joe's
that.
gonna be able to fix it.
Let's see if
You know
that was.
that.
I think that was it. It was on the red, and the red didn't have a red.
Oh, there you go. Look at
Yeah,
that. See, I knew
but it's
you.
still it's still not very dark.
No, you need a ribbon.
It's just not very dark. So I'll have to type them out on the computer and spit them out. But it's working a little bit better.
I love being able to type on my old typewriter that I learned to type on when I was in what, 7th grade?
The
No,
tab works.
must be 6th grade.
I took typing in high school. The tab works.
Yay!
There's got to be a place where the tab. I wonder where the tab is. There
The
used to be
tabs
one-
to open something up there, and you have to move them literally.
Yeah, that's what I. It used to be on this little guide thing. It might be
Open
behind
that
it.
cover and see if you can see something back there. No,
It,
not
it used
there.
it used to be on this
Yeah,
thing
they're
here
back in there. Yeah,
because that's a measurement,
yeah.
and then something should lift this up. But I guess you lift it up by hand, which I had no problem with. But there's the margins.
The tabs
Oh
must be.
look, I got a little paper thingamajiggy.
Oh yeah,
These
look
little things.
at you.
So
Oh,
the
you can
paper.
have fun with that typewriter. I think you're going to be able to get it to work.
I bet
So
you.
you
I
may have
bet
to
you I
get
will.
a commercial ribbon that you just wind. It's the same width, but you're going to have to
Yeah.
rewind
I
it on
think
the
you can buy
wheel.
these round things.
Just, huh?
These round things. You buy these. Buy them as a set.
But I don't think they make those anymore for these.
I do. Yeah, they do. They have still have some in
They do?
storage. Mm-hmm.
Okay. If I could
Because
get
I've
it,
looked.
then here is,
There's not. There might be a limited, but they have them.
But what I had to do was buy a ribbon that was the same width, and then I just rewound it on my
Yeah,
spool.
yeah. Or I could do that.
And
Yeah.
that was easy peasy. It took about 5 minutes.
And they used to pop off, but there's a little screw there. So I might have to do the screw. Oh, this one comes off. Well, I'll fill with it later. I'm not going to do it right now. So but I figured out how to type. It was on. It was on what? There's red, white, and black, and white means clear.
Okay.
That's why it didn't raise up. And the red raises up on the top line of the band, and then
Okay.
black is all the way down on the bottom of the band.
Okay.
Because I remember we had red and black.
You did have red and black bands.
Yeah.
I remember that too.
Yeah. So
Well, that'll be fun. You'll get that fixed.
I'm gonna get my ink out, and it's a roller ink that you roll it on your ink pad in an office, and it's in a thing, and I can get quite a bit of ink out of it if on in a lid or something, and I can soak this in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I can fix it. I'm gonna fix part of
So
it.
who's coming up after you? Somebody's coming up after you?
I'm not
here
sure.
is
I need to
next.
find out who's coming next.
There's the link.
Miriam is coming next.
Yeah.
Miriam.
Next.
So everybody get on the bus and go over
Get
to
on the bus
Miriam.
when it's time.
Look, there's 33 of y'all still in here. That's
Oh my
awesome.
God. Well, y'all have a wonderful day of crafting. I'm about to go to sleep.
Yep, it's time for me to go too. So no more coffee. Everybody get some water.
It
And
was a lot of
I
fun.
will see you tomorrow night about 11:30, 12, and we'll do it again. We'll have some fun again.
I may
So
not join
good
you, but
night, everybody.
good night, everybody. Thank you, Beth.
Thank you, Barbara.
I enjoyed myself.
We had fun.
We had fun.